Go! Now.
Hey folks, so I'm going to play a few audio pieces here and a little bit more of, you know, in the past I would post things and I really wouldn't give much explanation, right? So slowly I go through things. I have so much compiled raw audio. A lot of it is very subtle and very, most people, you know, probably bore you, right? With stick snaps and stick breaks and rock clacks, all, you know, all kinds of that, really. Sometimes I'll get 6-7 hours of it straight, just over and over and over. But some of the pieces of audio, I just want to show you the proximity of Neff or Neff's family members, you know, to us. We can't see him, although, you know, there's been incidents where things happen, where there's glimpses of things, right? So this first piece, you know, this is an older piece of audio, and Neff is simply showing his presence, that he's there. You know, we're outside on the gravel out front of Dwayne's cottage, and Neff lets off a, you know, very deep guttural vocal just to say, hey man, I'm right here. And you know, you can tell he's pretty close, but you can also tell the difference from us to him. You know, there's clearly a difference. You know, just use some observation skills with that.
Hello, my friend.
And this one is the same night. You know, we might have been outside about at the same time. I think this happened, there was a few minutes maybe in between these vocals, and Dwayne drops an F-bomb, you know, because of the shock of it. This is way back when we weren't that used to hearing his voice so much. It's incredible to hear their voice basically come out of thin air, right? And this vocal, again, you can hear the depth in his lungs and clearly hear the difference of the proximity from Neff to the audio recorder and us to the audio recorder. We're much closer, and you know, Neff's in the background there, so clearly showing that there's basically three individuals in the picture here, right? So give this a listen.
Yes.
Fuck.
Throughout the years, I have used my vehicle as a tool for interactions, and that's brought me a lot of success with handprints, fingerprints. You know, one visit we had, my vehicle was wet, and I'm checking it for markings from them. There's nothing, and then suddenly there's markings, and I'm walking around my vehicle, and there's markings that weren't there on the other side seconds ago, and then I keep walking circles, and there's new markings with each pass. And you know, basically showing their invisibility to us, right? But I learned of that long ago with physical contact. But this audio piece here, basically, well, sorry, yeah, this audio piece here was just when we're standing near my vehicle. We're outside, and I was asking if they were there. They were present, and it sounds like a marble hits my vehicle pretty hard, you know, off the window, I think. And you know, I get a little concerned that I'm going to get a broken window at some point. So, you know, like I said, I was taking a chance utilizing my vehicle, but they've never broken anything. It's always been, they've always respected my equipment, except at one point, you know, they didn't want me recording indoors anymore, and they showed me that clearly over 3 visits, basically, because I wasn't getting the, you know, I wasn't getting the hint. But anyways, this is basically a marble or something bouncing off my vehicle hard. You hear, my friend? Oh, yes you are. Got a marble? Don't break my window, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd that go? That sounded like a marble.
Or was it a tree snap? No, it'd be more than
that bounced off the car, man. There's a marble somewhere, I think. You hear enough? Is that you, brother? So Dwayne and I would take turns going outside. You know, a lot of the time we go out together, but we would also, you know, take turns, right? Going out alone and standing outside, see if we can entice any vocalizations. And this vocal here, strange vocal, again, you can tell this is not Dwayne. I'm inside the cottage, just a bizarre vocal right at the microphones, basically, which are, as I mentioned before, run through my sunroof, right? So Dwayne's outside, he can't hear that going on, you know. And this is something that happens often, you know, vocalizations that we don't hear in real time, that you know, I hear after the fact, basically. But especially the second time that this happens, you can hear it's not Dwayne, because he's still talking while this vocalization is over top of him. So, you know, this is some of the high strangeness that comes with this stuff. The proximity to us, they're right there, you know, always showing their presence to us. And this has been very consistent, you know, showing their interdimensional nature. And as I mentioned, there's a lot of stuff that goes on indoors, which just completely confirms that. And it's, you know, I'm 1,000% confident in their interdimensional nature, you know, their ability to visit us basically anywhere. As I mentioned, I've heard vocals even in my vehicle, and there's been activity happen in my vehicle many times. But give this one a listen. This is a bit of a strange one.
You out here now? Windy. You guys. You out here, guys? Alright, guys, I'm gonna go back in. Hold out here. Oh. I heard that. You just almost hit me. Mike will be happy you guys are out here. Thank you.
This here, this really shows how close they are. And I basically jump in my vehicle to check the battery status on my audio recorder. So we're both right there at my vehicle. Microphones, as I mentioned, running through the sunroof. And Dwayne basically asked why I'm doing that. Checking the audio recorder, and I said, checking the batteries, right? And he basically, oh yeah, of course, right. And suddenly there's clearly a different voice that comes in and says, duh, like it's figure it out. It's pretty easy what I'm doing, right? But anyways, that voice, it's right there with us, right beside us. And this is something that has been consistent throughout a dozen years, dealing with Neff's family. And, this is a situation that has been very developed, advanced Sasquatch contact research. And it's shown me so much. Still, a dozen years later, I personally haven't been given a good visual yet. And, but I have high hopes for that. And, there's a lot of expectation still in this subject, which you cannot have. People do not understand what we're truly dealing with, and you cannot attach human construct or human expectation to this. And I see a lot of that, even with science. People like, I'm not going to say any names, but even with science, there's expectations that things have to be a certain way when that's not how this works. You toss your logic and your human construct out the window when it comes to Sasquatch research. I didn't get into this for shits and giggles. I got into this for answers, and I've been given answers. So I share much of what I have learned over the years to help others get out in the field and do your own research and figure this out for yourself and realize that they are both an ancient people who have mastered consciousness and energy, and they can do things that are far advanced than we are as humans. It was shortly after this happened as well that we got hit with a smell. Well, I got hit with it first. It was sulfur. And it was Ninyanin, who is a young teenage male in the family, who has basically schooled us on their ability to make smells, to recreate smells, different smells, both pleasant and putrid, and I've been hit with both, and it's happened both indoors and outdoors. It's been directed individually, so this is stuff that I've learned. A lot of people say they smell. No, they create smells. They turn it on and off like a light switch, and they can be standing right beside you. You wouldn't know it unless they wanted you to know. And you're not going to smell anything unless they want you to smell it. So I've been given this understanding through multiple visits with numerous different smells, both indoors and out. And this particular one, as we were standing outside, I got the sulfur smell first, and then Dwayne got it, as you can tell by our reaction on the audio. And also, a lot of people would, because of our conditioning as humans, our conditioned to fear, you're going to simply jump right to the conclusion of something being demonic because you smell sulfur. This isn't true, not at all. And Sasquatch are not demons. Demons don't have families, from my understanding. They're spirit beings. They're not physical. Sasquatch are physical. They have families. They have children. There's a lot of people, whatever, it doesn't matter what you say, they'll never be convinced, right? Just the brainwashing of the collective human psyche is really exposed when you get involved in this research. But anyways, this little part 2 at the end of this, with you hear us talking about the smells.
checking my battery, brother.
How are you doing that? Oh, see if it's still on. Yeah. Oh, I got a battery.
All right, it's 1:26 a.m. October 16th.
Afternoon.
Oh, smell that? Smell that?
No.
Oh, that was really strong sulfur, man. It's still there.
It's no smoke.
No, sulfur, man. Totally strong sulfur.
No.
It's right here with me. I can smell it. Still.
It's no smoke from the firehouse.
Well, somebody's with us.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's rank, right?
Like it started off weak and then it's like, no, it's gone.
I still got it.
Nope. Back to fireplace.
No, I still smell it.
You got somebody standing next to you, huh?
Yeah. Did you just say, hey, buddy?
Yeah. Talking to him.
What?
I'm talking to him.
Okay, I'm just making sure that it was you.
Can you pull on Mike's pant leg?
No.
No, don't just give him a tug just as long as you're beside him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
You talk to him? You standing right here?
Yeah, somebody's right here. Smell just went away.
Is it foggy? What the fuck am I looking at? Why does everything look hazy?
I'll just leave this last piece of video footage for you. I put this out on my last couple presentations, but it's basically the when I showed up at Dwayne's there one visit, and I had taken some stuff indoors. It was during the winter, and it was I was standing, he was indoors, I was standing there maybe talking to him for 30 seconds before I stepped back out the door, and I come down the stairs, and those footprints, it was 10 footprints basically circling a tree, and there's hair in some of them and that. They just showed up, you know, they appeared within seconds, my back turned, and that was it, right? This is something that's common. They have done this many times over the years. Numerous different family members, you know, sometimes multiple family members at the same time, you know, leaving a single footprint, could be 3, 4 of them. You know, this is something, as I mentioned, has been consistent over the years, right? So they know what I do with this stuff. They know I share it. They are very astute in their abilities of, you know, knowing what we're doing, and I'm apparently doing something, you know, that pleases them, because I don't put out this monster portrayal bullshit that so many do with the you know, a lot of the negative stories that are put out there, and the television shows that just, you know, going in circles, going nowhere. This channel here is the real stuff. This is what Sasquatch contact research is all about. This is very advanced research in this subject that, you know, you want to know the real stuff, this channel, this is it. You know, there's very few channels out there that are showing the real stuff. There's some other ones, but for the most part, it's all for entertainment purposes only. Not this one. This is the real stuff. So enjoy that, and I hope you all have an awesome day. Yeah, this tooth thing too. Give me like, I'll get a shooting pain in my head.
The nerve ending. That goes away. That nerve eventually dies.
It's a big spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, people camping here. I'm sure there's some who've heard some strange sounds, you know?
No doubt.
Loud, strange sounds. I wonder if, you know, like, if it's just Neff's family around here, or if there's a whole bunch of different families.
I would tend to believe it was probably more.
Yeah, I would think
We've
so.
heard them all over the lake, fucking in the distance.
Yeah, with the way they can travel.
This is true.
Yeah, that one night, that
Fucking insane.
sound bounced around the freaking bay. I think it ended up way up behind us or something.
Within seconds, fuck.
Yeah. Did you just go like, oof? Did you just do that?
No.
Like, oof, like that.
Oh.
Well, we got a visitor then. It was clear, and I thought,
I thought it was you.
why would Dwayne do that?
I thought it was you, 'cause I
No.
was looking out the window.
No, we got a visitor with us. Who we got with us? That Ninyanan?
Sneaky. So you think it's me, I'm thinking it's you.
I know, I'm glad I said something, because I thought, no, that's weird, man. Hold on, that's a weird kind of sound. That's hilarious. I can, it'll be picked up on this too, eh?
Nice. Yeah, we're talking about how fast the sound traveled around the bay that night.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
funny.
then I thought it was you.
And
Like,
then that sound, impeccable timing. It's hilarious. Yeah, I had to sit here for a second. I just, no, why would Dwayne make that sound? Yeah, we got you this time, my friend. He's probably saying, yeah, well, you should, unless you're an idiot. I figured one of them would be with us, at least.
Oh,